It's time for the Pigskin Prognosticator of Prodigious Proportion. The CFP semifinals are here. All this brought to you by our great friends in the Dominican Republic at Casa de Campo. I just got back. I was there before Christmas. It's the best golf in the Caribbean. Check it out, casadecampo.com. All right, let's talk Fiesta Bowl. The Ole Miss Rebels are a 3-point dog in that game to the Miami Hurricanes. Of course, Miami has been ultra impressive, winning at Texas A&M, and then absolutely just thumping Ohio State with an impressive defensive performance. That's been the key for Miami. They control the line of scrimmage. All their defensive guys are healthy. They have a nice six-man rotation. Hard to block. They don't blitz a lot because they don't have to, and the same game plan will be instituted against the Ole Miss Rebels, but I do believe Trinidad Chambliss is the best quarterback Miami has faced, not just in the playoffs, but all season. He's elusive, he's very smart, he's quick to adjust, he's very accurate, and they have a great running game, Ole Miss, as well, and their kicking game, again, indoors, it was on display at the Sugar Bowl. It'll be on display again. I'm telling you, the Ole Miss Cinderella season will continue. It's been a great season for Miami, but they've run into a buzzsaw in this Ole Miss team. And Carson Beck, by the way, the offense for Miami, Carson's yet to throw for more than 150 yards in either of the wins so far in the playoffs. I just think Ole Miss has too much offensively, and their offensive line is very underrated. Take Ole Miss and the 3 points in the Fiesta Bowl. Meantime, Atlanta, Georgia, it's the Peach Bowl. You know what's interesting? Indiana had more fans at the Rose Bowl than Alabama, which is amazing when you think about it if you know Alabama football. And they're going to have many more fans than Oregon in the Peach Bowl over in Atlanta. It's going to be like a Hoosiers home game. I've heard people say, Oregon is really good, and it'll be tough for Indiana to beat Oregon twice in one season. Impossible to beat a good team twice in one season. And I counter, in the case of Oregon, it's hard to beat a great team once in a season. And I think Indiana is really a great football team. I've seen quite a few of their games this season. They absolutely steamrolled Alabama, ran it more than 50 times in that game. Their offensive line is elite. And I just think they're so good on both sides of the football. Indiana can run the football, stop the run. They win the giveaway, takeaway. Their quarterback is outstanding. Oregon's got a great quarterback too. I just think they're running into the best team in college football. And I think Indiana is ultimately going to win the national championship. But I like this Indiana football team. They have more 4- and 5-year starters than anybody else in college football. And their average age, by the way, just a tick over 24 years of age. So it's an older football team, experienced, ultra talented, ultra competitive, and I think they beat Oregon for the second time and cover in that game. So let's go with Indiana, give the points, take Ole Miss and the 3.5, and I think we'll wake up on Saturday morning independently wealthy. So lots going on in college football. Recently on the Old Gal Box podcast, Jim Donna was on the show. Jim is a great friend, the former Georgia head coach, college football Hall of Famer, and he sits back and marvels at this time of year and all that's going on in college football.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm talking a little bit here about the future, but you're just going to see the wild, wild west here in January with the portal, because now all of a sudden every team's going to have massive turnover in their own program because kids are looking for the money, but they're looking to play. They want to be on the field. And when you got really good players, only 22 of them can get out there. So we had 9 players starting on defense for people around the country this year that could have really helped our depth. But, you're going to see massive turnover in every program. And every year it's going to be like the NFL, Doug. You're going to see the roster is going to be built on your regular players, then the incoming guys you draft, and then the guys you add through free agency. In college, you're going to have a little bit of a base, the new players from the recruiting, and then the portal guys. So,
yeah, pretty amazing when you consider just over 3,800 players have entered the transfer portal. Think about that. That is an astonishing number. And oh, by the way, quarterback Byron Brown, formerly of South Florida USF, officially transferred to Auburn University, where he's reunited with his head coach, Alex Golesh, and the coaching staff that Coach Golash brought with him. Byron Brown, big kid, strong kid, ran for over 1,000 yards a year ago and threw for more than 2,000 yards. So I think Auburn is getting themselves a pretty good quarterback. It's just a matter of who they surround him with. Also, Josh Hoover, the quarterback at TCU, he is now transferring to Indiana. So it looks like Josh Hoover will be the replacement for Fernando Mendoza. And Brendan Sorsby, who was the quarterback at Cincinnati, put up big numbers this season. He has agreed to a deal. It is so funny saying that in college football, but he's agreed to a contract to play at Texas Tech University next season. Of course, Texas Tech spent a lot of money this year in the portal, and it looks like they're doing the same. Also, Cam Coleman, on the show a couple of weeks ago, we mentioned that he was going to go to Ohio State. He did go there and visit, but did not commit to Ohio State. He's also taking a visit to Texas, Texas A&M, and Alabama. So Cam Coleman, the #1 wide receiver prospect in college football in the portal, will be announcing probably next week where he'll be playing next season. Also, Trinidad Chambliss, who we spoke of a minute ago, the talented quarterback for Ole Miss, he has filed paperwork for the 3rd time now with the NCAA, trying to get a 6th year of eligibility, wants to come back next year. When he was at Ferris State as a freshman, he was injured and apparently didn't fill out all the paperwork trying to get a redshirt season because of the injury. So the NCAA has asked for more paperwork. It's in the hands of lawyers, but it looks like Chambliss, I do believe that he'll wind up at Ole Miss next season. We shall see. So that's what's going on in the Old Gatbox Podcast. Enjoy the football games, everybody. I cannot wait. And we'll talk to you next week.